Hi there, today we're unboxing a smartwatch. So this particular one is by Xiaomi and it's the Amazfit GTR. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. So it comes in a small box, an image of the watch itself. I'll come in close. Couple of things to mention: AMOLED display, continuous heart rate monitoring, water resistant up to 50 meters, long lasting battery, so they say it lasts up to 24 days. But obviously that's dependent on how you're using it. You can get smartphone notifications and there's multi-sport modes. Coming around the side, nothing there. Coming around the back, some details here. So input voltage, 5 volts, 500 milliamp, wireless connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0, compatible with Android 5, iOS 10 or above. Coming around this way, nothing on there or the back. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. You get a product manual, and this is multi-language, some basic details on getting this set up and getting the app installed. Next, we have a USB magnetic charger. The cable length on this is 75 centimeters, USB on one end, and it's magnetic. The watch sits on this and it just attaches onto there to charge. Build quality of this feels fairly good. Rubber finish underneath to stop it from slipping easily on the desk, and good cable quality. Next we have the watch, really nice build quality to it, very solid build. In terms of finish, we've got stainless steel around the sides here, and the strap itself is PU leather and it's rubber inside. Opening up the strap, just to give you an idea of what it looks like from the inside, slight ridges on there and a rubbery finish. Straps can be removed easily as well. There's a clip here. If I hold on to that, and you can easily replace. In terms of charging, obviously you have the base here and it just clips into place like so. If I let go, it just stays in position, so that's where the magnet comes into it. So it avoids it slipping out of place while it's charging, so at least you know it's going to be charged fully once it's sitting on here. There's a plastic protective cover on here, so if I peel that off, that reveals the face of the watch. Now let's try holding down one of the buttons. And there you go, powers on. Download the app, binding watch. In terms of spec, the watch has a 1.39 inch AMOLED display. Resolution is 454 by 454. Bluetooth 5.0 and GPS is supported on there. There's an optical heart rate monitoring 24/7. You've got complete health tracking on there, together with a 410 milliampere battery, which supposedly lasts for 24 days. The watch is IP68 rated and 5 ATM waterproof, so up to 50 meters. It's got removable straps, 22 millimeters, supports iOS and Android. There's no Wi-Fi, SIM or NFC support on there. Let's make a start at setting up this smartwatch. So I'm at my Android phone. If I click on the Play Store and we search for Amazfit, this is the app we're after, so let's click install. The app's installed, so let's click open. And next we need to create an account. So if I click create an account now, next let me enter my details in. Okay, so I've registered my account and now I'm getting a message: allow Amazfit to access photos, media and files on your device. We'll click allow. So when you sign up for the app, it asks you for your details. So that's why you can see weight details there, coming around, running and cycling. So if it accesses the location, it can actually track out your route you've taken. Coming around the bottom, you can see workout, friends and profile. And if I click on plus, we can add in a watch, band or smart shoes. So if I click watch, let's pick the watch. So it's the Amazfit GTR. So we need to turn on Bluetooth. So I click turn on. Allow that. Allow Amazfit to access to camera. Permissions, and if I click camera, allow, that will give it access to the camera now. So coming back. Next it's asking for access to location on the device. So I'll click allow only while using the app. And now we can scan in the QR code on the watch. Now as you can see, it's saying it's pairing. If I click on the watch, you can see accept pairing request. It says it's pairing. And there you go, done. Restoring the watch settings, updating firmware. Okay, so all the updates have completed now. So firmware, GPS, etc. They've all updated on there. Now this is what we're presented with. So initially it's showing the percentage on the watch, so 56%. If I click on watch face settings, and you can see there's a good selection here. And if I just click one, for example, sync watch face, and it will sync it up straight away. So I'll show that in a moment. Custom wise, clicking on there, you've got the custom ones and you can make subtle changes on there. Coming back from there, then you've got unlock screen. So this is where you can unlock your phone from your watch. Coming back, then you've got incoming call. So this is quite a good option because it will allow you to receive an alert if you've got an incoming call. And you can see here, allow access to phone, allow access to receive call alerts. If I click on that, click allow, so if I now get a call, I can get alerted via the watch. So now you can see incoming call alert, watch will vibrate during incoming calls, turning that on. Keep Amazfit app running in background in order to make sure watch can receive notification alerts, got it. Allow Amazfit to access your contacts, allow that. Call history, DND permission required, a silence phone ringtone for incoming calls on watch. Okay, to use incoming call feature, DND permission is required. Turning on this feature, you're able to silence phone's ringtone for incoming calls on watch. Okay, cancel that, it's fine, we can leave that one. Next we've got delay alerts. You can turn that on and vibrate 3 seconds after first ring, and you can increase that if you wanted to. Okay, cancel out of that, turn that delay off. Now coming back, next one is event reminder. So there's no reminders at the moment, but you can add reminders in. Cancel that, cancel that. Watch alarm, that's off, so you can have alarm set on there. App alerts can come through. So at the moment it says can't access notifications, turn on to receive alerts. Click that, okay to that, and then you can see notification access. So if I just turn it on, Amazfit will be able to read all your notifications, including personal information such as contact names and content. Coming back now, app alerts, watch will vibrate upon receiving app push messages. Turn that on, got it to that. Only receive when the screen is off. Okay, so you can set that as well. Coming back, idle alert, so this will alert you if you've been inactive for at least an hour, and it will alert you just to get a bit of movement. This is probably useful for someone who's working at a desk for long periods. More, and you can see incoming SMS. Incoming SMS alerts, watch will vibrate when SMS is received. We'll just turn that on. Back to that. Goal notifications, so if you have any goals set, certain step counts, etc., you'll get notified once you've reached that goal. Coming back again, go down, find watch. You can hear it buzzing in the background. Discoverable, and that's off at the moment. If I go in there, turn on to be visible to nearby devices. Discoverable mode, turning this feature on may slightly reduce battery life, so we'll leave that off. Active heart rate sharing, turning on this feature allows smart devices nearby to get your heart rate data. Activity heart rate, turning this feature on may slightly reduce battery life. Let's go back from there. Band location, left or right, come out of there. Lift wrist to view info. So this is where you lift your hand up and the watch display comes on. Give some details regarding that, so you can have it happening just during a certain time as well, and response speed on there too. Heart rate detection is currently off. If I click on there, it says detection method, fastening the watch securely on the wrist helps to ensure the measurement is successful and the result is accurate. So I can turn it off, but I'll leave it as is for now. Find phone ringtones. Okay, default ringtone at the moment. Run in the background, check the settings if Bluetooth isn't working properly or band couldn't receive alerts. Watch display settings, choose items to be displayed on the watch. So you've got a number of items there that you can display. Hidden items at the bottom. So you can hide items, so drag them down by holding onto this, and you can move them into hidden items so they're not visible anymore. Coming back, you've got vibration on there. So everything's set to default, so you can amend it to a custom setting just to show the custom vibration. Everything's set to default at the moment. Weather settings, it's got your location in here. Pairing restrictions. If you want to pair device with other apps, turn off this feature. Coming back from there, start week on a Monday, so you can amend that. So if your starting week is on a Sunday, for instance, or even on a Saturday, you can get that amended. Help, check for firmware updates, firmware version, and Bluetooth address, and unpair finally. And coming back from there, now if I click on profile And this is where you can go back to those details. So clicking on there, all those details are available here. Now going back, so these are general options you'd see on most of these smartwatches and fitness trackers. So a lot in there and very customizable, as you can see. So just to show the watch in action playing music, so if I come up here, click on music, it can see what the phone is playing. And now if I go next, you can see it skipping to the next track. I can hit play as well. As it's playing, I can then skip to the next track. It's really good functionality in here. Like most of these smartwatches, you can control the music that's playing on your phone. So when you're out and about, literally just pull your watch out and then just cycle through the music you've got going on. And if I go back from there, that's what you're presented with. And to go back in, obviously you just click there and it does it. You wouldn't really store music on the watch. There's not much storage on there, so not something you'd do. You'd be playing it directly off your phone on there. In terms of watch faces, you can see the ones that are there, and there's quite a few to go through. So I can just show what happens when you sync. You can just see it's syncing up, so it's sending it to the watch. Just give it a moment. There you go, download dial successfully, and there you go. There's the watch face on there. So to change watch faces for the ones you've downloaded onto the watch, if you hold on to the face, you can just flick between what's there at the moment. So that was the default one that was there. That's another one that was already on there, and this is the one I've added on. To get it active, you just select it, and there you go, it's in action. So nice to have a number of watch faces on there, and again, if I click between the different ones, it's just a matter of just clicking sync face. Going down, you can just see how many are there. There's loads. Looking in custom, if I click one of the watch faces and change the watch face background, you can just put one of your own photos on there if you wanted. So nice bit of customization available on there. Now wearing the watch is really nice and comfortable. Screen size 47mm on there, coming around the bottom of the strap. It's got Amazfit on there and looks pretty cool. So coming in close on the display, very nice display on there just to show AMOLED display, and you've got a bezel along the side there. In terms of functionality, if I scroll across just to show you how quickly it moves. So it's trying to measure the heart rate on here. If I had it on, it would. Then you've got your step counter, and then back to your watch face. Coming down on there, you've got some additional options. You can see it's connected to my phone by that indicator, battery indicator there, date over here, and then you've got a torch, so that brightens up the display, seconds as a torch. Then you've got brightness on here, so at the moment it's on maximum. I can take it down to minimum, have it on auto as well. This is where it adjusts to the brightness levels in your room. Okay, let's put it back to maximum. If I scroll there, then you've got D&D coming out of there. Then you've got eco mode. Then you've got lock. So that will lock the face, and this is what you're presented with. So if you touch it, nothing happens until you press the button, and then it unlocks it. Coming down, if I move along, there's nothing else in there. So coming back. Now, if I swipe upwards, you can see status. Clicking on there, you've got your steps counter, some details there, the distance you've traveled, calories, and the times you've moved. Coming back, PAI, details here. Coming back again, you've got heart rate, details regarding that. Then you've got workout. You've got a number of different workout options. Just to scroll down quickly, show you. Coming back, then you've got activities. So if you've got any activities marked, and weather, shows you the weather, music, containing music. So this will be what's playing off your phone. Coming back, notifications, it will show any notifications you've had, alarm, event reminder, and more. If I click on more, you've got a compass, timer, countdown, and find mobile. And then finally, you've got settings. So watch face, screen on duration. So you can increase that, so you can see it keeps timing out. So at the moment it's 8 seconds. I can just change that. Let's go down to the maximum of 15 seconds. If the screen on duration is too long, it will reduce the battery life seriously. Okay, that's fine. Let's go down, and that's it. That's all the options you have available there. Coming back from there, if I scroll across, it's just the standard I just showed you a moment ago. Clicking the second button is just a shortcut to the activity options there, so you can just quickly get in there, hit one of them, and away you go. So nice bit of functionality, very easy to set up as you've seen, and performance wise it's not too bad. You can see a slight delay as I'm scrolling across, you can see, but very minimal. Performance wise it seems good. Next, just to show what it's like to receive an incoming call. So if I phone my mobile, and we can see what happens on the watch. There you go. So that's what happens. I can actually feel it vibrating. So that's one of the options I set on there. So a good amount of functionality. And if I click it, it'll answer the calls. So if I had, for instance, Bluetooth headphones on, then what would happen is it'll take the call onto the headset. So quite good functionality here. So you don't even have to pull your phone out. You can answer it directly from the watch. Let's test out the heart rate monitoring on this. So I can actually go here, click on that, and give it a moment to measure. And there you go, 96 beats per minute, and it's light, it says. Obviously, if you're doing vigorous exercise, and that's going to go higher and higher. You can see it's increasing slightly as I'm talking, but good functionality. You can measure it on the fly, and it will keep a track of things as you're exercising as well. Next, just to show the auto brightness in action. So the window just above here is open and it's set on auto. And if I close it, you can see it reduces in brightness. And if I now open it, brightness levels go up. In daylight, it doesn't seem too bad, doesn't struggle, and brightness levels are sufficient if you had sunlight coming down on there. Let's test out how long it takes for the screen to display when it's off. So if I now turn my wrist, you can see it turns on. So pretty quick with that. Let's do that one more time. So performance wise, quite good. And obviously I've turned on that functionality from my phone to enable it to work. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of the Amazfit from Xiaomi. Excellent smartwatch here, great build quality and great functionality. A number of watch faces on there, together with some good workout options on there too. So, hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.